Hello everyone. This is Pinkie, the housewife, and I'm coming to you all today with the protest for April 5th, which is today. So I'm bringing the protest to you live today. I know I'm really late with it, but I've been in bed trying to recuperate. Um, so if you can, I got the protest for you. It's still going on in several states because certain states are behind me. So in my time zone, so it's still going on. So, but in LA, they're still live in LA. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch a little of that, and I'm going to bring you some of the highlighting protests from earlier on today, which is you must see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you that. And if you can, guys, while I get this up, let me just go ahead and say welcome to the Pink House. Okay. Mm, I don't know why that just came up. Just give me a little second. Okay. Just give me 1 second, guys. You can tell I'm still recuperating because I'm bringing up the wrong thing. Okay. Just let me get it up for you. But like I said, while I get this up for you all, let me let me just say, if you can, go ahead and hit that like button for me. I will appreciate that if you can do that for me. Hit that like button, and then if you can, go ahead and do the subscribe, because hitting the like button help bring. Let me just go ahead and get this up. Hitting the like button help bring the help me to bring you more great content by hitting the like button. All right, and subscribing, so I can hurry up and get to my 6,000 subscriber on Pinkie the Housewife. Now here it is live. I'm going to go ahead and unmute it. I hope you all can hear it. Let me just turn it up for you a little. You can see that now. That's in LA, Los Angeles, California. So they're still protesting there. It may be dark where you are. Some states have already finished their protest, and some is still going on. But one message about this protest for April 5th. Remember, this is, uh, I've been telling you all about this that's coming up about this protest for April 5th. A lot of people said uh, for certain to stay home because it's not our fight. But I guess it's everybody. I don't know. I guess everybody's fighting. But I do want you to watch the protest and everything. This is live, and this is. Let me just go ahead and say who is with, so that way you all. I have that information down in my description box below. This is with CNN News 18. This will be down in my description box below my video. Okay. And you could see over to the side, to the right side, it was live, still live going on. Let me go ahead and welcome some people in here. I know I'm just dropping it, but I want to make sure everybody, I'm going to mute this since it's just, and I'm going to show you some of the highlights from today from other states. Let me just welcome. Linda Gamble is in the house. Thank you, Linda Gamble, for being here. I know I just dropped the link. If anybody can hear me and y'all can hear me good, can you put a one down in the chat for me? If anybody can hear me good. I just need a one in the chat. All right. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you so much for that. TNT, thank you, guys, for putting the one in the chat. I know I just dropped this link, but I was trying to. I haven't. I've been in bed all day. Okay. Let me see who else is in here. Linda, thank you for being here, Linda Gamble, and welcome to the Pink House. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Gemini said of Gore. That's what be good evening, Pinkie. Hey, Pinkie, I've been emailing BT. I'd like to send her fan. Will you ask her what she wants me to do and to email me back? I will. I will. I talked to her, Black Titanic. When did I talk to her? I think it was this morning. Because that was my first time talking to her. Uh, and everything. And I'll tell y'all more about what's going on later. But yes, I will. I will. Thank you, Gemini. Thelma, thank you for being here. Pray everyone to have a wonderful day. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, let's pray for everybody. Have a good day. Support the channel by way of super stickers and super chats. Sharon, thank you for being here too. Thank you, guys. How are you feeling, Pinkie? Let me just mute this for a moment. How are you feeling, Pinkie? I sent you a message there evening before just to let you know I'm praying for you. You should really, you sound really good. Continue praying for your speedy recovery. Thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you all more about that. Um, I'm going to tell you more about that, Gemini, okay? What happened? Um, Mom Sweet, thank you for being here too, Mom Sweet. May Sweet. Okay, let me go ahead and see. Unmute it for everybody. And there was hi, Divine, gorgeous Pinkie in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here. One thing I do want to say, you can see, look at the signs there, guys, on here. Uh, One said, resist the Antichrist, and uh, they got a picture of, the orange man got devil angry as anger is a gift. Revelation. Oh, no dictator. Uh, you can see all the different signs. People are really, really upset. Oh, that man says there's too much BS for one sign. Oh my God. People are pretty, and there's a sign coming. A person is walking. It says, "Does this ASS, a picture of him, make mine?" I can't see it all. Like an orange man. Well, you know what, guys? I guess they're waking up. They voted for him, and now they're waking up. They woke up. They see that it's not all what it was cracked up to be. But I'm going to show you some other, because this is going live in California. It's still, they still walking in California. And I didn't mean to mute it. Stop it. Let me just go over here and let's see what some of the let's see. Hope you feel better, Miss Pinkie. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm checking to see if we did what we needed to do to stay at home. I hope so. I hope so. Yes. Lisa, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in, Lisa. Queen Liz. Thank you all for coming in because I know I just dropped this link, but I didn't know I was going to get up out of bed. I've been in bed all day and, sleeping all day. Um, and I didn't even know whether I had lunch today. I asked my daughter, I told my daughter when she brought my tray in, I said, "Is this my first meal today?" And then I had to think, no, I had breakfast. My husband cooked me breakfast. But, but she said, "You slept through lunch, Mom." And it was dinner. It was like 6 o'clock when she brought me that next meal. You know that? Let me just give me 1 second, ladies. Hi, Renita. Thank you for being here in the live. Thank you for being here. Let me see who else is here. Everybody. Renita is like my sister. Battery care can be fully charged too long. You've been too long. We recommended. I need to charge something. Hmm. I have to have my husband see what need charging. Well, the black folks, glad we're sitting this one out. No, there's some. I'm going to show y'all. That's what I'm going to bring up to you and show you in just a minute. Okay? And, and you all going to love listening to what they had to say. Miss Finger, hope you're feeling better. Well, get plenty of rest. I'm going to tell you all about that. Probably not right now. But yeah, but I have been in bed. Hello, gorgeous. Divine. What state is it? We're watching California. California, and this is still live in California. They still got their live going on. Unless it's just, no, it's still going on. You see that live chat over to the side, on the right side? They are still live there. You know, California's behind me, what the state I'm in, you know, because I'm Central Standard Time. This is West, the West Coast. But I am going to show you some states ahead that East Coast, and some in the East Coast, some in the uh, Central Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, and all that stuff, and Pacific. Because a lot of those uh, had some good speeches. I saw a few. Oh, you did? Okay. Look like we stayed home. See none of me. I love it. Where were they when we needed them? I don't know. Uh, this wouldn't have to happen. We wouldn't be marching if everybody had did the job. It's 10:30 here in Florida, so then it's 7:30 in California. Yeah, it is 9:30 here, Gemini. So you're an hour ahead of me. Yeah. Let's listen to some of the speeches from earlier today, and then we'll come back to this live. Okay. We'll come back because I want to wait until I hear the speeches because I want to wait until they start their speeches and stuff, all the speaking and stuff, because I want to play those. So while they're still marching, we're going to go ahead and listen to some of the speakers in other states. Okay, is that okay with everybody? I hope it is. because I got a few good ones here I want y'all to listen to. I don't know, have you heard them? But I've been laying down, so I haven't really. I only listened to maybe 10 minutes of two of them at a time because that. Uh, oh, y'all, can y'all hear what they're saying? Let me turn it up so y'all can hear what they're saying. They're saying ho ho gun ho or something like that. DT got to go. You know, the orange man got to go. That's what. And this is a, you see this crowd demographics, most of them. And you see the signs. Those signs don't look too promising. They don't look like they happy with him at all. Some of the let me read some of these comments that they got in here for you all. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments. Uh, somebody said China is very happy. Service to others is not uh, art- altruism or something. Let me see. This one, oh Lord, let me try to get back to this one. They typing this one over and over and over in the chat. It says the orange person, USA, 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 the orange person. God bless the Christians and oh, oh, I guess this one is for him, whoever this person is. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say people's name. Oh, these people, a lot of people in the chat agree with the orange man and some don't. Okay, I guess a lot of people in this chat, but seem like the ones that's marching don't agree at all. Oh Lord, these are terrible things they got in this chat. Oh, these need to speak up. So, okay, I got this on my other two channels. So yeah, I, I'm casting from all three channels today. 20 likes and 25 in the chat. Queen Liz is in, Gemini, Lisa, uh, uh, Linda, everybody, guys. Let me see. Thelma, Renita. Okay, let's wait until they haven't even. I don't see any speaking right now. Let's turn to. Mm, mm, mm. Let me. I'm going to take that one down for a moment and let's look at. Y'all hear? They saying, hey, hey, ho, ho, DT got to go, which is the orange man. DT got to go. Okay. Let me, I want to pull up one of them that's doing the speaking. So I'm going to pull this one down just for a second, guys. And y'all keep coming in and making sure y'all hit that like button. Let me just pull it up. Oh, I need to mute that, don't I? Okay. This is one of them I really want y'all to watch. It's not that long. It's just 7 minutes of this one. Let me see. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and let me just pull it up for you. I was watching this one earlier. Um, this is in Washington, D.C. Okay. The one I'm getting ready to pull up now. Then we'll go back to the live one. We will go back to it. Okay. Now, this is, remember, everything I pull up, it will be, credit will be down in my description box. Here we go, guys. Here we go. You all can, this is in Washington, D.C. This is a big crowd. I want y'all to listen to some of these speakers, especially the young lady. Both of them are
Folks,
great.
we are in a fight. We are in a fight for our democracy. We are in a fight for our constitution. We are in a fight for our families. We are in a fight for the kind of future we want in this country. We are currently living through a president who wants to be a dictator. In America, we do not accept dictators and we do not accept kings. We have a billionaire who has bought a seat next to the president, using him as a puppet. American democracy has never been for sale, and it won't be today.
I want President Trump to know that I will use my staff of freedom to proudly bring forth a message that should say to him, he may not finish this term. He may not finish this term. He may not finish this term. He may not finish. He may not finish this term. Here's why. Here's why.
You hear that, guys? Oh, I see. I got some hands, the praying hands. That's exactly what he wants. This puts all eyes on him. Make people, he want everybody to talk about him. He want everybody to talk about him. Happy birthday, Pinkie. Enjoy your special day tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday, guys. Tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you, Vanita, for remembering. I forgot myself. Please, Lord, amen. They voted for him, so it's on them. Black people, be quiet, please. I hear you. Let me see. Those prayer hands. Okay. He better clarify that second because that sounds like a threat. Lord, hear our cry. Okay, let's go on.
Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Because you are now sowing the seeds that can lead to a Congress being elected that will have the courage to not only have articles of impeachment filed, but to impeach him a third time. Impeach him a third time. A third time. My friends, for every Goliath, there is a David. There's a David. These are your Davids. There's a David. And I want you to know, Mr. President, this David is going to bring articles of impeachment against you within the next 30 days. Within the next 30 days. I'm bringing articles of impeachment. I'm coming for you, Mr. President. This David is coming for you. You don't deserve the office you hold. You can't be entrusted with liberty and justice for all. You can't be entrusted with government of the people, by the people, for the people. I'm coming for you. I'm your David.
Oh my gosh. The counterfeit king and his jackass jester have taken their chainsaw to NIH funding.
That's where I got that term from on my thumbnail. The counterfeit king. I never heard that before. When I heard that, I said, oh my God, the counterfeit king. Oh my God. You can't make this up. But guys, let me just say this, because I got this on my other two channels. We're gonna have to watch what we type in, because One of them is about to get monetized very soon. I'm just like maybe 200 and some subscribers from being monetized. So we're going to have to watch our words that we type in uh, because I got this on all three channels. Pink of the Housewife is good, but the other two, special Pink Global, we're going to have to watch the language, okay, that we type in. All right, guys, because I want to get that monetized. I was supposed to have it monetized uh, before my birthday, April 6th, but I was anybody that have not subscribed to Pink Global, so I can go ahead and get that monetized. I hate to bring it up right now. Uh, Pink Global, go ahead over to Pink Global, guys, and hit that subscribe button and watch a short right quick or hit a like button on it or anything, a like, just go ahead and hit subscribe. That's what it is. Pink Global, 2 words, all caps. Okay? I hate to bring it up, but I've been trying to get it monetized. But, all right, so let's get back to the matter at hand. Here we go. Oh, wait, let me just. We'll do, Miss Pinkie. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Be careful what you type in the chat. Yeah. Now, if I was just on Pinkie the Housewife by itself, I would be okay. But because I got the other two channels that have not been monetized, I'm trying to at least get Pink Global monetized by, what's my birthday? It seemed like, oh, okay. So, yeah, for my birthday, if you have not subscribed to the Pink Global for my birthday, go over to Pink Global and hit subscribe. It's free. So you're giving me a birthday gift that doesn't cost anything. Just just hit subscribe, okay? And watch one of my videos, whether it's a short or long. And but when you watch it, you got to put something in the chat. Either you in the you got to either make a comment or an emoji. Otherwise, it's not counting. Okay? Let me see. I just subscribed to Pink Global. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. See there? That's what I mean. That's a good birthday gift for me. Thank you. Here we go.
And jobs. They've hacked apart the Department of Veterans Affairs, disrupting vital health care to veterans like myself.
Ooh.
And they've shamefully fired critical health workers. They've wantonly slashed money for clinical trials and other crucial medical and scientific work which leads to breakthroughs like the drugs that saved my life, drugs that in many cases are no longer available. My life and the lives of millions of Americans.
But they voted for that. Didn't you know he was going to do that? He told you he was going to do that. He told you. That's what he was going to do. But you didn't think he was going to do it because, okay, sorry. I'm sorry that's happening to everybody, but that's what he said he was going to do. He was going to cut this and cut that, but he's cutting stuff from everybody else, the working class, but the billionaires in the multi like almost a billionaire person too. They good, they good, but everyday Americans are not good. But you voted for that. Now he already told you what he want to be. He want to be a dictator now. He want to be a dictator. He don't plan on. He just want to stay. He don't plan on leaving. He want to see there. See what you got. See what you got. They still marching in Houston. Let me try to pull it up. Okay. Thank you, Linda.
Americans with cancer and other life-threatening diseases are now at even greater risk. The lives and well-being of veterans are at risk. All of this because the greed and inhumanity of a tiny number of obscenely rich billionaires.
Wow, what a beautiful sight. This administration wants us They want us to think that these cuts are about a bunch of bureaucrats, that these cuts don't matter to workers and families across the country. Well, I'm up here today next to workers who are the human face of what is going on. The people who make our lives better, who serve our communities, and whose lives have been turned upside down by this administration. Million workers, but of every working person in this country. We the people, say it with me. We the people, we the people, we the people, all of us deserve that right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice. So we will continue to demand that you keep your hands off our schools, keep your hands off our rights, and we won't stop. We the people won't stop because our children, our babies are depending on us. My name is Anu Joshi and I am with the American Civil. The Trump administration's attacks on our right to dissent are the biggest threat to the First Amendment since the Red Scare. The unconscionable and unconstitutional arrests of international students and scholars should alarm every one of us. ICE has illegally snatched people from their homes and neighborhoods, threatened their legal status, and sent them across the country with no notice to their loved ones or their lawyers. All of this in direct retaliation for constitutionally protected speech. The government cannot punish us because they don't like what we say.
Okay, right now there's no sound right now, but that's the one on. Okay, we're done with that one. I'm gonna try to pull up. There's one more I want to show you. Did anybody put that news station out? That's on Fox. Okay, Pinkie was on Fox News in Houston. Okay, thank you guys. I'll get it pulled up. And Lisa, thank you for subscribing to Pink Global. Thank you so much. Let me try to pull that up. But while I'm waiting to get that pulled up, let me go ahead and show. I hope y'all enjoyed hearing. Those are some powerful speakers. You know, I love powerful speakers. I really do. Okay, here's another one I want y'all to just give me 1 second. Well, I'll come back to this one. Let me find Houston first. Okay. Thank y'all. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me. Okay. It was also on Fox 26. Let me see. I see Fox Houston. Okay. CNN was the one we was watching that was live. Let me until I find the right one on Fox. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, guys. Until I find the right one on Fox, find the right one. I'm just gonna pull this one back up. Well, we had it before that, the one that was live, until I get it. Okay, I'm gonna be looking for it, but I'll just bring this one. You know, the one we had up in the very beginning that was live on CNN. Okay. Mm, okay. Let me still look for it for everybody. Somebody left a wagon. No, that's somebody selling T-shirts. What did those? Did y'all see what those T-shirts
Everybody
say?
talking good.
Could you tell what those T-shirts said? Let me see. Hands off. These are when you see the hands off. Those are the people that want the green man. Black Lives Matter. These people want him to leave their Social Security, their Medicare, everything alone. Hands off everything. Now he's turning his sights to the zoo. You know, people don't like you to mess with their zoo animals. I just want to bring that one out. I dropped a video on that the day before I left. Let me ask you a question. When people are marching, I don't think they're supposed to let trucks and stuff and vehicles go down the road because that's how people get run over on purpose by certain crazy people. I didn't think they allow that. I guess mm, if you don't like them, they allow you to drive down the street where people are protesting and walking. Miss Tina, good evening to you. Thank you for being here. Um, Thank you. We're just trying to see what's going on here. Thank you for being here. Let me try to bring up the one on Houston now. Oh yeah, I do see the one live in Houston. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring the one live in Houston up right now. Okay, guys. Thank you all for us finding that for me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this one here ready. We're going to take the one down that's going, this one here is Los Angeles, California. So we're going to go ahead and take Los Angeles live protest down and put up the one in Houston. We can always come back to this whenever they start speaking, okay, in California. My degree is real. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, let the other protest. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring up the one from, let me bring this one down. I do need to mute it. Okay. And we will bring up Houston. Let me put it over here. So, and Houston is live hands off rally in Houston protest against the Agent Orange. Okay, and this is Fox 26 Houston, April 5th today, and it will be live. Okay, let me just get it up for guys. And thank you all for being here. Here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute it and make it larger so everybody can see it.
How are we doing, Houston?
Guys, we didn't miss it. Because this is live.
I'm with Recall for Houston. We all know about the threat to democracy in the White House. But today I'm here to talk about the threat to democracy in our mayor's office. Since the election of John Whitmire, he's refused to meet with anybody he disagrees with. He's actively making our city less safe, less accessible. He's gutted our essential services. He's trying to shut down protests, disparaging comments about immigrants. Now he's trying to collaborate with ICE. Whitmire isn't going to protect us from being disappeared when ICE is weaponized against us. That's a fact. He's appointed his donors to positions of power like Houston First, the Metro Board. It goes on and on and on. Whitmire is the reason our prisons have no air conditioning. He doesn't value human rights. He's tried to criminalize homelessness. What we need is a mayor that collaborates with our community, not a mayor that collaborates with fascists. Right now, since day one, he's been collaborating with Greg Abbott, and now he's out fundraising for Dan Crenshaw. What are we going to do about this? Vote him out! We're going to recall Whitmire. To find us, recallhouston.org. We're on Twitter, Blue Sky, all social media. And again, that's recallhouston.org. Let's get this man out of office together.
Hi, my name is Tammy Reed, and I've been a Texas teacher for 26 years. Thank you. When I started teaching, my health insurance was free. I had to pay extra for my kids, which made sense, but my insurance was paid for. After 26 years, my insurance cost me $279 twice a month. My students are why.
Y'all see that? What she said, her insurance was free when she first started, but she had to pay for a kid, she understand. But now, twice a month, what she's paying now, every time she get paid, twice a month out of her, oh my God. See? But the Agent Orange didn't tell you that, did he? What do you do? Yes, he did. He told you.
I'm still doing this because I got to tell you, I am tired.
And one thing, guys, do something for me. Watch the language in the chat because I am casting this on all 3 channels. Not all 3 channels are monetized. Only one is. So watch the language, please. Okay? Let's be good.
I'm tired of seeing my students who might have different viewpoints of what they are, who they are. I'm tired of seeing them punished. I'm tired of seeing books taken out of our libraries. I am tired of Greg Abbott trying to push his ridiculous voucher schemes to take money out of public education. I am tired of the state of Texas trying to dismantle public education. And I keep asking, okay, what can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do next? I joined the union. I joined the Democratic Socialist Society. I joined Indivisible. I've joined so many different things because I'm trying to find it. And I decided that the best thing that I could do was run for school board. So I waited until the very last day because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to split votes like happened last time to put some really scary people in our Katy ISD school board. So on the last day, I put it in. And on the very first time that I got to speak as a candidate, the very first thing one of my opponents said was that I was obviously a communist and a child groomer because I don't believe in banning books. There are a lot of school board elections coming up, a lot of them. Look for the information because it is not out there. It is not. Look, go to your school board website, go to your ISD website and look for school board and find out who is running and look into those people. Find the ones that need to be there so we can get rid of the ones that are trying to take away our rights.
Those with Robinhood Gold can enjoy a 3% IRA match. Tremendous.
I can't have that music playing. I need to mute that music. Let it. I'm gonna take it off first. I can't have the music playing. Just give me 1 second. I don't know why with this one here, it don't let me. Give me 1 second. Guys, I don't know why with this site here, it don't let me just mute the music when it start playing. So I'm gonna have to do it, maybe not do it bring it out as far, because certain music I cannot have it playing, because I don't want to have to sit through all of this and do editing out certain music. But I love what that teacher said. I really did. Whether anybody agree, I love what she said. Leave the books alone. The books was never a problem before, but now all of a sudden they've been a problem. That don't make any sense to me. It really don't. Here we go, guys. Let me see why I wanted it. I'll try it again.
Vote. Register people to vote. And support me as KDISD trustee number 2.
All right, how we doing, Houston? The most diverse city in the country. And we believe that diversity is a value. I want to talk about a couple things. I don't think we're playing on the same playing field. Do you know, I heard we have some people registering voters out here. Raise your hand for me. Do you know if you try to incentivize somebody with $1 to register to vote, you could go to jail?
What?
Now, do you know when we have lobbyists go to Congress and the Senate and lobby and give money to these politicians to speak for them, it's legal. Do y'all agree with that? We're not playing on the same playing field. They're trying to suppress our right to protest. They have students in Colombia that's been detained for protesting. But we have that happening right in our backyard. I'm with Food Not Bombs, so we share food as an act of protest. And this administration and the previous administration has been actively weaponizing the police against us for sharing food. We've received almost 100 tickets for sharing food for people that are hungry. What is going on? What is going on where we can't even share food with our neighbors without being ticketed? But we'll spend money to fund wars and kill people. Look at what they're doing with Palestine. All the money that's being spent. Killing children, women, civilians. There needs to be a stop, but I know one thing. Food Not Violence has been sharing food as an act of protest since 1995. And we recently just got a court order where they cannot give us tickets anymore for sharing food with the homeless. So I know if we come together and we protest and we care about our neighbor and we look at what's happening in our own backyards where people are being suppressed from the right to protest, that we can make a change and that we can come together. Thank you so much. And lastly, I just want to invite y'all, we share food right across the street at the library, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday as an act of protest against the government spending on wars and bombs. I want to invite y'all to come out, make a meal, share with us over there at Food Not Bombs right on the corner, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Rain or shine, just like at this protest, we're going to be here and we're going to rally, rain or shine.
Okay, everybody, this is the rain we all knew was coming. It was expected. It's not going to last long. Get cozy, get under an umbrella, get under a tent. Everyone protect everybody. If you need it, get real cozy with everybody. We're going to keep this thing going, rain or shine. This is Houston. We're used to this. Let's go.
We got rain here today. And I'm not in Houston. But
how you doing, Houston? My name is Jamarian Banks, and I am a proud supporter of Kamala Harris.
I wish we could see who the speakers are.
And I am also a proud member of the 78% that voted for Kamala Harris. I am so happy to be here, and I'm so happy that everybody's here because we are trying to stop a billionaire from trying to stop buying America, because America is not for sale, not now, not anytime ever. And now,
hey guys, you all know what? He may try to run for the office if this man ever decides he want to leave. I'm talking about the other guy, the one that makes the cars. That's who I'm talking about. Just saying.
we have a South African that's trying to become our president. Sir, go back to Africa where you belong.
I'm gonna have to take it down, guys, because it got the music and I bring it right back up. For some reason, oh Lord of mine. I don't know why it's not letting me do what I need to do. But isn't that something, guys? I want you all to think about what they just said. What he said that, well, let's put it this way again. I want to see the speakers, the people that's speaking. I really want to see the people. $40 billion in what? Sent to Ukraine should have been protested. Hi, Miss Allen. Thank you, Miss Allen, for coming in. Let me just say, every time someone come in, let's watch what we say. I'm mentioning this to everybody. The words, because not every one of my, I'm casting this on all three of my channels. Not all three is monetized. One, I'm trying to get monetized. I was trying to get monetized before my birthday, which is my birthday is tomorrow. So it didn't get, I haven't looked at it in a couple of days, what my numbers are, but I needed like 200 subscribers. And so we got to watch the language that we say, okay? So I can get monetized for that channel too. Let me just do something, guys, and welcome to the Pink House, Miss Allen. All right? Welcome to the Pink House. Let me just do this right. Okay, here it is. I'm going to bring it back up. Just give me 1 second to bring it back up. This is the protest in Houston that's going on now.
Now, we have our mayor that is now trying to roll back on his little problems as our mayor because he want to start acting like a Republican, but he's a Democrat. Let's stop acting fake and let's care about Houston as you voted for, as you ran for. We are not going to let Trump run this country like it's a business because he cannot run this country like a business because he failed 6 of them already. So right about now, every single one of us, no matter who you are, no matter what you is, no matter if you're white, black, yellow, tan, green, no matter what you are, we are going to rally together and fight against this man who thinks he want to be our king. No, you're the president of the United States. Act like you're for the people. So right now, each and every one of us are stressed. Each and every one of us are tired of what's going on, but it's okay because the people that voted for Trump is going to F around and find out that Donald Trump is not a good president. Never that. But I also want to say that I am for women's liberation, women's rights, and of women to own the body that they've been born with.
I said I wanted to see who is speaking. It's about time they start showing the speakers.
Out women, your behind wouldn't even be here currently. So to Trump and Mr. Hot Wheels himself. And y'all want to roll back y'all DEI? Well, let me tell y'all something about DEI. Mr. Hot Wheels is nothing but diversity, equity, and inclusion himself. Because that wheelchair that you're riding in, that you have to get around with, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion. So fix your mouth about it. And also, free Palestine. They deserve as much respect as anybody in the current United States of America that we're in. Since 1776, we have been under a presidential era. We are not starting in 2025 bound down to a tyrant that wants to become our king. We are not doing that as Democrats. We are not going to do that as Republicans. We're not going to do that as independents. No matter what you are, do not bow to a tyrant. And as I come to a close, each and every one of us, no matter who you are, no matter what side of the aisle you are, be encouraged. This is not going to last forever. And I promise you, when this gets done, we are going to have our rightful president that we deserve, that we love, and that we respect. And that's hopefully going to be Kamala Harris when she gets done. So when she gets done, and she finally gets off her break, or when she rightfully deserves as her 21 years of service, now we all must rally together. We all must come together, and we all must say, enough is enough, and when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you, everyone.
It was going to sing that one. When we fight,
Those
we
with
win.
Robinhood Gold can enjoy a 3%.
When we fight, we win. They was going to, that was going to be they could have kept singing that. I totally picture that person speaking to totally look different. Okay. Now they finally just start showing who was speaking, and I'm glad because I couldn't tell who was speaking myself. Let me bring it back up so they can so we can finish watching. Okay. I just have to bring it down whenever they bring out a ad or something because I don't know whether they playing music or what. I don't want to take a chance have to sit through and edit all this stuff out later. I don't want to do that. Okay? Because this is a live right now. I'm doing this live. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. Oh, let me do this first. Thank you, Linda Gamble. I'm sorry, guys. Now I'm back. I had to find it again because it kept spinning. So here we go. I got it for you. The Houston.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris. I put a few words together to share with you. Hi, everybody. I'm from A-Leaf. I'm not an organizer or an official voice here. I'm just someone who's tired of staying quiet. For years, we've been waking up every day to chaos, a nonstop blitz of hate, lies, and billionaire-backed power grabs. Trump, Musk, all of it. They want us exhausted. They want us silent. And yeah, we've been surviving. We've been regrouping. We've been catching our breath and getting punched in the face every morning with the news. And you know what? That's okay. That's human. But now it's time to rise. They think we're soft because we don't pump our guns on Instagram, because we don't cosplay as soldiers or scream about masculinity online, because we don't slap Punisher skulls on our cars and pretend it makes us dangerous. They think because we lead with compassion, we won't fight. They think because we value empathy that we're weak. But they're wrong. Dead wrong. We don't need to perform toughness. We don't need to pretend to be warriors online. Because when it comes to protecting the people that we love, our friends, our families, our communities, we fight. We fight not for ego, but for survival. We fight not out of fear, but out of love. And love that deep, it doesn't fold, it rises. So this is your call. Find your voice, then turn it all the way up. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Speak, even if no one listens at first. Speak, especially when they want you to be quiet. Tell your story. Tell the truth. Tell it to friends. Tell it to strangers. And to the people who hate it the most. Be the loudest motherfucker in the room. Because silence is a luxury that we cannot afford. And complacency, that's how they win. This is our time. Let's make noise.
Muy buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Voy a hablar en español. Si usted habla en español, es hispanohablante, su presencia aquí es sumamente importante. Su voz es sumamente importante que usted esté aquí. Necesitamos recordarle a todos los representantes del gobierno que ellos nos representan a nosotros. No representan a las corporaciones millonarias de este país, nos representan a nosotros. Sin el sudor de nuestra frente no hubieran millonarios. ¿Quién les va a construir las casas que venden? ¿Quién les va a cocinar la comida que comen en los restaurantes? ¿Quién les va a cuidar a sus hijos para que ellos vayan a trabajar? Con el sudor de nuestra frente, de la frente de nuestros padres, se han hecho millonarios. ¿Y ahora nos quieren sacar de este país? ¡No! Este país es de los inmigrantes. Porque si nosotros no hubiera millonarios, es tiempo de recordarle a los congresistas, a los senadores, a todo el gobierno de este país que deben de estar para nuestros beneficios de la gente, no el beneficio de las corporaciones millonarias de este país. Este país es de la gente y para la gente. Ningún ser humano es ilegal. Punto. Ningún ser humano es ilegal. Las leyes y la constitución de este país protegen los seres humanos en este país. Y todos somos seres humanos. Protéjanse, sean valientes, griten, lloren, hagan ruido, porque aquí estamos y no nos vamos a ir.
Greetings. My name is Prince. I am a civilian, but I happen to work with veterans. And I have to believe that everybody here today is well aware of how much the cesspool of an administration is hammering our veterans community on a nationwide level. So I have an ask, and for many, it's not fair for me to ask this because they've already given. But the ask I have is that if you are a veteran here today, reach out to your fellow veterans. In the time that I've worked with veterans as a civilian, I have seen firsthand that veterans do come from every walk of life. They do come from every form of identity, every cultural origin, every ethnicity. They come from every level of our socioeconomic ladder. Imagine how strong a collective voice that is right now. So if you are a veteran who is ready to speak out, please do. But also reach out to your brothers and sisters who haven't yet. Some of them They feel forgotten. They feel lost. And they are not feeling that they have the ability to reach out. So you have to reach out to them. Help them find their voice. Help them motivate. Help them mobilize their voice. If you are a civilian here today, you probably do know a veteran. You probably have one in your own family. Speak to them, reach out to them, help them find their voice, help them mobilize that voice. Too many of the general public is not aware that whether you're enlisted or whether you're in the officer ranks, you swear an oath to protect the Constitution from all enemies, whether they be foreign or domestic. That still applies even when you're no longer active duty. And I asked you to also think about this. Think about the people you know who may be currently active duty, or people who are currently in reserves, and they know that their discharge date is coming up. Think about, what do they have to look forward to? Be there for them. Connect with them. And with all of this is one piece of the puzzle. We are hearing about all these different pieces of the puzzle that come together to make this so powerful. It's like a tsunami of hope. And more than that, a tsunami of accomplishing what needs to be done. Our humanity.
Good afternoon. My name is Justin Bautista, and I work at the NASA Johnson Space Center.
Ooh.
I'm here representing the American Federation of Government Employees, and I am the Chief Steward of AFGE Local 2284. Our country relies on the strong, professional, and politically impartial civil service every single day to keep America running. I'm proud to stand here with my sisters and my brothers from the VA, the TSA, the Social Security, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. AFGE is here, united in Houston, and in over 1,000 events today nationwide to say, hands off our civil service. We're facing a national crisis. Billionaires and their allies in Washington are waging a power grab that slashes the programs and people who make our country work. Enabled by Elon Musk and congressional Republicans, this agenda drives up costs, guts pensions, guts healthcare, and our retirement security for the very people who are proud to serve our communities. So far, I've spent 13 wonderful years in my career alongside dedicated public servants. Those people, like the air traffic controllers who keep our airs safe, to the TSA officers who help keep our planes safe, and to the scientists down in Clear Lake that are exploring the stars at the Johnson Space Center. Yet now, all of us civil servants, we're being asked to pay more for less. Those in Washington have proposed a nearly $130 billion cuts to our pensions, our health care, and our 401ks. And we have to ask why. It's all to pay for a $5 trillion tax giveaway to the ultra wealthy that don't need it. They have plenty. Federal servants, we've already contributed over $300 billion through pay freezes, forced pension hikes, to close deficits that we did not create. I'm deeply disappointed in our elected leaders who would scapegoat civil servants to reward billionaires. They like to think that everything belongs to them. But we're here today and we're showing them. Hands off our pensions. Hands off our health care. Hands off the civil service. We demand an end to this billionaire takeover and these devastating cuts. We demand that our leaders here in Houston, here in Texas, and here in Washington not punish, but award those civil servants who make America work.
If you're outraged by a tax on our pay, a tax on our healthcare benefits, a tax on our retirement security, then this moment is for you. Stand up. Get involved. Take action. Together we will win. We will save the social service in doing this, and by doing so, we will save our country. Thank you.
Who's house? Who's house? Who's house? My name is Isaiah Martin, and I am running to be your next congressman for this district of Texas 18 because it is time in this country for change. We've got veterans that are worried about their VA benefits. We've got seniors worried about their Social Security. People worried about their Medicare. People worried about their Medicaid. So I think that is very abundantly clear that we need to go straight up to this corrupt president in D.C. and tell him to get our hands off our stuff. No cuts to Medicaid, no cuts to VA benefits, no cuts to Medicare, no cuts to Social Security. We should all be standing unapologetically to tell him to get his hands off our stuff. And I think that it's very clear that we have to be very strong about why these people are doing what they're doing. They're doing this to give $4.5 trillion in tax cuts for the richest people in society. Can you believe that? They're telling you that you can't have VA benefits so some dude can get another yacht. They're telling you that you can't have your Social Security that you paid for, that you broke your back for, that you went and put all of your life for somebody to go get a second plane or another house or another mansion in Calabasas. To that, we say in Houston, absolutely the hell not. Hell no. I know we can do better than that, Houston. Hell no. And I just want to say, what you've got in this city are people all across this city, thousands of people here, to tell this president that we're not going to stand for it. And look at what the response has been. We've got the Republicans running scared. Do you see that? They got Elise Stefanik. She doesn't even want to go, and she's worried about losing her seat. Have you guys seen that? They're worried. And so now look at what Greg Abbott is doing. He will not call the special election for our seat. Can you imagine that? Because he knows the Republicans are getting worried. He knows that we're standing up and organizing. He knows that we're knocking on their doorstep. And in a couple more months, we're going to take back the House and we're going to have power over this country. So where's the camera? And I want to look right at him. Greg Abbott, I got a message for you. Stop being a wuss. Call this special election right now, today, so we can get to Congress and clean up the mess you made in D.C. for this time that we say absolutely not. I'm running for Congress because we need more people with a spine and a backbone, because the same old that we've been doing in this state for the last 30 years will not get us to where we need to be. So if you're ready for something to change, use me to send them a message. If you're ready to go and tell Greg Abbott to get his hands off our Social Security, use me to send him a message. If you want to tell Elon Musk, his Doge frat bros, and everybody else to get the hell out of here, use me, Isaiah Martin, to send them a message. So Houston, I'm Isaiah Martin. I'm running to be your next congressman. I might be 26 years old, but we need that fire, that intensity to stand up, to be something different, and show that America will not tolerate this mess any longer. So thank you all for having me today. Isaiah Martin, Isaiah Martin, Isaiah Martin. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Guys.
Okay.
26 years old. Y'all hear that? 26 years old. Okay. 26 years old. Let me put this back up here, guys.
Today, tens of thousands of people turned out for what organizers say has been the biggest single day of protests against President Trump and his second-term policies and actions. In this country, more than 1,000 rallies were planned in small towns and major cities from coast to coast. Ali Rogan begins our coverage.
In Washington, crowds descended on the National Mall, calling for lawmakers to rein in President Trump.
He's right now destroying our economy. He's taken away all of our allies. We're a pariah in the world. And Congress sits back and does nothing.
The mass protest, dubbed the Hands-Off National Day of Action, was organized by advocacy groups that opposed the president's policies during his first term. Protesters railed against Mr. Trump's recent moves to lay off scores of federal workers, revoke protections for immigrants, and implement sweeping tariffs. But for Democratic leaders, the president's threat to democracy took center stage.
Our founders wrote a constitution that does not begin with "we the dictators." The preamble says, "We the people."
The movement spread far beyond the nation's capital. From the sidewalks of South Bend to downtown Boston and New York City, demonstrators took to the streets in protests both big and small to oppose President Trump's agenda. That resistance echoed around the globe. In Germany, England, and Portugal, protesters flocked to public squares to show support and solidarity with Americans.
Freedom is at stake in the United States and for the whole world with what Donald Trump is doing. And we need to stand up.
For PBS News Weekend, I'm Ali Rogan.
These protests cap a tumultuous week. Overnight, President Trump's 10% global tariffs went into effect, and in anticipation, stocks lost trillions of dollars in market value in just 2 days. Beverly Gage is a professor of history and American studies at Yale University. Beverly, is there any precedent or even an analogous events to what we've seen in the past few days?
Well, we've certainly had tariffs before in American history, no, not on this scale and not for a while, but I cannot think of another moment when it seemed like the White House and the president had deliberately tanked the stock market and told everyone, hey, no worries, it's going to be okay.
You say there have been tariffs in history. What has history taught us about tariffs?
Tariffs were a big part of the way the federal government got its money in the late 19th and into the early 20th century. We didn't have an income tax, and this was
I will be showing another march. Just give me 1 second, guys.
With them because they were seen to create instabilities, to create these wild cycles of boom and bust that were so characteristic of that period. And then also to really be a source of political corruption and favoritism. And a century ago, Americans decided that really wasn't.
The protests in California is still going on. I'm going to put that one back up for a little bit as I get, because Linda gave me some more protests that was live in other states. So I'm going to, but first let me just put California back up until I get those other ones ready for us, okay? So we're going to go back to California that is still protesting live. It's getting a little dark there in California. And welcome, let me just do this. And welcome, am his hood thing found. And it was somebody else that came in. And what is this? Parcase, P-A-R-A-C Z23. I'm not sure how to pronounce it right now. Let me just go ahead and put up, but welcome everybody. Okay. Oh, that was Fox 7 News in Austin is showing their footage. Okay. Let me just bring this one back up. Linda, this is the one in California right quick. And then I'll look for that one. Okay. Let me get, while I look for that one. Thank you, Linda.
Study that claimed to have found a rise in anti-Semitism online. but I saw in their methodology that they considered pro-Palestinian and anti-Zionist language to be hateful towards Jewish people, which I understood to be false. It was at that point that I realized that a lot of the accusers of anti-Semitism are cynical. They are not trying to protect us from anti-Semitism or shed light. They instead are trying to weaponize the concept to attack anyone who criticizes the Israeli state and its use of violence. I found this particularly offensive given that real anti-Semitism, like Islamophobia, like transphobia, like xenophobia, like anti-black and brown racism, and other scapegoating, actually is used to divide us and to draw our attention away from the real structural roots of our social problems, which are capitalism, inequality, and oligarchy. So when the Biden administration and the Democratic leadership insisted on greenlighting the genocide in the occupied Palestinian territories in 2023, many of us were out here protesting, and many of us were brutally repressed. While the Harris Walls campaign chose to ignore poll after poll, showing that the majority of Americans and an overwhelming majority of Democratic constituents want an arms embargo on Israel, many of us here were out protesting, trying to speak truth to power, and we were ignored. And now, as the Trump administration continues to support imperialist ethnic cleansing abroad, we will continue to fight for justice. At a time when the U.S. regime is trying to erase the visibility of our marginalized communities, especially our trans family and friends, when the state is increasing violence by ICE towards those of us who don't have state-issued pieces of paper, and now even some who do, at a time when our comrades are being abducted from campuses and from their homes for their political views, we need solidarity more than ever. So, yes or no, are we going to fight back against Trump? Are we going to fight back against Musk? Are we going to protect our trans family and friends? Are we going to protect our immigrant family and friends? And are we going to fight for a free Palestine? Almost everyone here today is here because we're angry that our government is increasingly controlled by a tiny number of extremely rich and powerful men. This class of men who benefit from our division also benefits from an economy built on exploitation, expansion, war, and tens of billions of dollars funneled into decades of oppression in Palestine. This same imperial force will, and it is, and will continue to boomerang back to repress us here at home in an increasingly militarized police state, as Melina so eloquently said a few minutes ago. The bipartisan Democrat and Republican support for this violence against the will of the people is proof that the parties do not represent us, and it's now clear the only way to wrest the power back is organizing to build working class power. This means joining groups locally, unionizing, contributing movements for liberation in any way we sustainably can. And to those of you who have been agitating against the genocide already, thank you. And for those of you for whom this is new, I understand. It was once new for me. And I invite you to seek information beyond what is sanctioned on corporate cable news. Watch the Oscar-winning No Other Land. Watch this week's new documentary, The Encampments, which tells the real story of Mahmoud Khalil and the student-led pro-Palestine movement. If we are able to learn our history and unlearn tired, cynical tropes, if we're able to connect and organize like we're doing here today, we will build power and we will create democracy and justice in our lifetimes. So let's call out false accusations of anti-Semitism when we hear them. Let's remember no human being is illegal. Let's remember gender has no borders. And let's demand the release of Mahmoud Khalil, Rumeysa Oster, and all our political prisoners. From Palestine to Mexico. Border walls have got to go. From Palestine to the Philippines. And the U.S. war machine.
We are here with the family of Jonathan Hart, who was killed inside the Walgreens in Hollywood, whose killer is finally on his way to prison. Say his name, Jonathan Hart. Say his name. Jonathan Hart. Say his name. Jonathan Hart. Say his name. Jonathan Hart. We say their names to summon them into this space so that the words that we speak and the actions that we take are righteous. We're so grateful that there are so many people out here. We're grateful that you're out here. We were asked today to condemn violence. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We condemn the violence that is the unjust, genocidal occupation of the state of Israel.
Hey guys, this is California. They're still going to be speaking. I have a 2-minute video from Atlanta, Georgia, when they was doing their rallies, and I do want to show that, and we can come back to this live one here. I just want to show Atlanta right quick. Let me go ahead and Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, let me go ahead and show that one right quick for you, and we can come back. You know, I got to always switch it up for you so we can see it all. But we are still going to be watching the live. I'm going to keep California up anyway, but I want to show this one here live right quick. Thank you. And thank you for anybody new that just came in. We're doing the protest. This is April 5th. And let me just say, guys, a lot of you all don't know. Today is my birthday. No, tomorrow is my birthday. April 6th. I'm sorry. April 6th is my birthday. Okay, Miss Pinkie, I'm watching them with you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. This is 11 Alive. This is thousands rally in Atlanta to protect. Oh, wait now. No, do I really want to show this one? Well, I'm supposed to show all sides. Let's see. Thank God it's just 2 hours. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what this is talking about.
Well, thousands of protesters came together across the country today for a hands-off rally. People in Boston and Chicago, among other states, protested efforts by President Donald Trump and Elon Musk to downsize the government, as well as the administration's actions on the economy and human rights. Here, back at home, thousands of people marched from Piedmont Park to the Capitol today for that very same reason. 11 Alive's Chase Howell was there and takes us inside that demonstration.
From marching across the metro to rallying in front of the Capitol, more than 20,000 people stood together demanding the Trump administration keep its hands off their jobs and their rights.
I hear that.
King of America, there's no kings in America. Everybody, we're equal. And the fact that he's trying to change what we have known.
I hear that. Keep your hands off their jobs. Keep your hand off their benefits. Keep the hands off their rights. 51 likes and 20 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Here we go, guys. Keep your hands off. Hands off.
For hundreds of years, it's pissing me off.
People standing in a sea of signs in Liberty Plaza, hearing from various speakers, whether they be laid off CDC workers like this woman.
Democracy dies in darkness and in silence.
Or local advocates standing up for everyone's rights.
Today, we witness the birth of the resistance again.
And while everyone was rallying around different messages, they all had the same purpose, fighting for what they believe in.
I want my friends and the people in my community to see that sitting on the sidelines is no longer an option. That it's time to act.
At the rally, there were so many different people there from so many different backgrounds holding signs like these, whether it be race, religion, creed, or the decade in which they were born.
Women's rights are huge. And the fact that most of my adult life, we had Roe versus Wade, and now my daughters and my granddaughters do not have the privileges that I had. It's incredible that we are going backwards.
But it wasn't those with the megaphones or microphones that were the loudest. It was those with the simplest messages who spoke volumes.
I just want everyone to come together, and I want all the hate to just go away and everyone to just stop all the chaos.
Some people don't get to see this type of stuff, and they think like stuff like this is okay.
Now, that was our Chase Howell reporting. Atlanta was not the only city where people took to the streets. Demonstrators also came together in Marietta Square, Lawrenceville, and Woodstock.
Oh, guys, I tell you. Oh, guys, I tell you. Whew. And did we see the march in Chicago? I don't remember seeing them. Let me just check. I don't remember whether we saw the march in Chicago. Let me just check my list here, because I do have a list. Oh yeah, we did see the march in Chicago. We saw that in the very beginning. I think that was one of the very first ones we saw. Okay. Let me just bring it back to California until we can, so I can find a new march for us, the one that we haven't. Let's see, Chi-Town. Okay. Do you know what station it's on, or what station it would be, Lisa? I'll try to find out. If anybody knows, you type it in for me. Thank you, guys. Or until then, I'm going to put California back up until, because they're live still going on in California, until we can find another one. Let me just get California back up. California is our backup. Let me just pull this down. Okay, let's find out where, so we can see what's going on in Chi-Town. Okay. But here, until we do, California's still been running. I haven't paused it or anything. Okay. No, I'm in New York and don't see nobody protesting for it out there. You're kidding. Let me just check. I'll check, Lisa. Okay.
People power. When we come together, no amount of money in the world can have the power of people when we come together. Here's our message to Donald Trump and Vice President Elon Musk. Here's our message to them. If y'all don't give us what we want, and what we want is a fair democracy, and what we want is a working class that works for us, and what we want is some federal laws and protections, and what we want is a free Palestine. If y'all don't give up what y'all want, what we want, what are we going to do? We're going to shut they shit down. One thing that we need to talk about. One of these days in this country, we're going to have to go on a general strike. And we're going to have to do everything that we're doing here today. We're holding our labor. And that means everybody here, your friends and loved ones, your neighbors, they're going to have to stay home and do nothing. And I promise you, every billionaire and every corporate room will be shaking at the bottom of their knees, because the working class said, hell no, we're not going to work today. And you're not making millions of dollars today. So one more time. If we don't get it, 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 shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. One more time, we don't get it. Shut it down. What we want to do is swing the pendulum left and further left, so that liberties and justice and freedom are given to all, for all.
be a revolutionary. That's what it takes to be a breaker of chains. That's what it takes to be a part of the resistance.
Yeah, there probably was a protest in New York and in Chi-Town. They did a hands-off rally downtown Dallas. I didn't go. Oh, okay. I'll try to. I did. You know what is interesting? I found a little short one in Hawaii. But there's others I'm looking at, but I just thought I would love to see what they thinking. Okay, so that's because let me just pull it up, and it's not that long, guys. I'll tell you how long that one is. That one is just 3 minutes. Okay, and then while we look at that one, and then I know we are supposed to be looking at New York and Chi, right? And Dallas. Okay, let me just go ahead and pull up the and this is with the Allen News in Hawaii. They did a protest, and I guess we forget. Sometimes you forget about these other places, but they're just like us. They got the same concerns. They are like us. They know they're just like us. They are like us. Okay, here we go. Let me just pull this one up for us right quick while I look. Oh, wait. Let me just pull this one up right quick. Then I'll see what you're saying, Lisa. Here it is. And remember, all this information will be down in my description box. I always put it down there for everybody. Okay, here it is.
The hands-off protest took place on all Hawaii islands, joining millions across the country to send a message about the current direction of the federal government. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Drews. Hundreds of people gathered around the state capitol on Oahu for the hands-off protest, one of many around the state and the country. Our Eric Nacton was there and shares with us the driving message behind today's display.
Is part of a national response reportedly involving over 1,000 demonstrations across the U.S. A nationwide event called Hands Off hit the streets Saturday outside the Hawaii state capitol. Other regions in Hawaii were also represented in the demonstration, including Kauai, with roughly 1,000 people, and also Waimea, with as many as 800 participants. Maui also had a rally. Meanwhile, Honolulu had roughly 3,000 to 5,000 people. It was a coalition of at least 20 groups, including Indivisible, 50, 50, 51, Also Move On, and many other partners. Countless messages were expressed outside the Hawaii state capitol on Saturday. Everything from dump Trump to get rid of Elon Musk to cracking down on lawlessness.
It's hands off. And what that means is hands off our Social Security, hands off our public schools, hands off research, hands off whatever it is that he's cutting today to impact the United States. It's a disaster, and all these people are impacted. If you want to know how people feel, just look at their signs.
The common theme emphasized multiple resistant efforts to President Donald Trump and his policies.
I think we need a balance of power between the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the congressional branch of government. And my biggest concern is that there's not a balance right now.
I'd like Congress to start calling the executive branch on some of the decisions that are being made unilaterally without the decision-making of Congress. I think a lot of the things that are being done illegally, and I'd really like to see the judiciary and the legislative branch step in and reclaim their power.
Well, we have an administration that has no idea what they're doing. They're just tariffing people. They've tariffed islands that have penguins with no people living on it, and then our foes, I should not say Trump's foes, but his buddies, United States foes, are not being tariffed. Russia has not been tariffed, and they give $3.5 billion to us and they're not being tariffed. So there's favoritism.
Do you feel, are people being too harsh on Trump and Musk?
Quite frankly, I'm really surprised that he got elected. I feel a lot of it was Musk's influence with him and bribing people essentially by giving them money. And, you know, if you sign up and vote for Trump, you get this. To me, that's a form of bribery, and I think it should be illegal.
Another similar widespread rally could potentially occur in May on Oahu, as well as nationwide. Eric Nacton, Island News.
Okay, guys, I did find one in the Dallas one. We will be doing that one. But as I mentioned earlier, guys, help me out. Like I had mentioned earlier, I am casting this on all 3 channels. I have 3 channels. Okay. And one I'm trying to get monetized, should have been monetized before my birthday, which is tomorrow. But I'm still, that one is very close to being monetized. So we have to watch our language here, watch the words that we say. And since, and I'm not worried about Pinkie the Housewife channel as much, but my other 2 that's not monetized. One, Pink Logo is trying to get monetized. We have to watch the language in, because all 3 channels are screening this live tonight. Okay, so let's use another word for certain people, if you don't mind. You can call them Agent Orange, Orange Man, the hair, orange hair, or just use any other name. But watch your language in terms of curse words too. Normally, I know y'all used to hear me curse out everybody and curse every all through my lives. But when I do that, I don't put the ones that's not monetized on my line. I just do it under Pinkie the Housewife. I don't do it on all my other channels because those are not monetized yet. So, but once if the host is not cursing out people or cursing out through a live, then the chat needs to do the same. Don't do it. Okay. There's a reason I'm not using any bad language right now. There's a very good reason for that. Okay. And plus, I just got out of bed trying to get this out to you late because I've been in bed all day from this morning, you know. So let's work together. All right. Just do that for me because otherwise I stop my program. I'm trying to put up Dallas right now. Okay. I'm trying to put Dallas up. I removed the comment. Thank you, Lisa. I didn't thank you, Linda, for letting me know because I didn't even catch that. We'll do, but that's literally the name of his building. Should I say Orange Plaza? You can say any part. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to get monetized, guys. Okay. But that's all for one of my second channel. I'm just trying to get that one monetized. My third channel, I work on that another time. But my second channel, I'm trying to get that one monetized. Should have been monetized before my birthday, like my birthday is tomorrow. Okay. So let's enjoy to see what's going on in the world. And then another day, I'll throw up something on Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I know Love and Marriage, but I don't have time. When I'm sick, I ain't got time to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville or the Housewives or nothing right then, because they stress me out half the time. And that's when I start cursing. So I don't want to be stressed out. I love showing world news. World news is when I talk about regular people, everyday people, everyday people. I may talk about your neighbor next door, what's going on in your state or your community or something like that, or world news, the most latest news of the day. I may talk about trials, what's going on in the courthouse or whatever. And I do need to put a video out about that, about the Diddy thing. I've just been trying to get well. Use nicknames. Thank you, Linda. Rump and muskrat. Ooh, I like that one, the muskrat. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. But they wish they didn't vote for Mr. Orange. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know they did. we need you healthy and feeling good, Miss Pinkie. Yes, it's so toxic. Yeah, that's why I can't do them every week. I may do them maybe once or twice out of the week. Most times I don't even do them twice out of the week. I do them once because um, it- um, I just, I just, I'm not even thinking about them unless they going to jail or they doing something scandalous. Then I'll drag them. But right now, I ain't got time for them. I'll get time for them another day. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do Dallas. This is Dallas rally here. Uh, so in Dallas, it's going to be down WFAA. It's going to be down in my description box below my video. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in Dallas right quick. It's not much, but I'll try to find more of Dallas. And then I haven't forgotten, we need to do New York, and I know it was another place. I want to see what's happening in Philadelphia too. Yeah. But let's see Dallas right quick. And then, I will back up. It's live California. They're still live in California. In between me going through other states, I'll throw up the live from California in between, okay? All right, guys. I'm just getting it up now for you. All right, here we go.
Today, downtown Dallas was packed with protesters calling for bipartisan immigration reform. Some lawmakers were there. In the middle of your screen right there is Texas Congressman Al Green, a Democratic representative from Houston. LULAC, or the League of United Latin American Citizens, organized this protest. Dallas police shut down roads across downtown for it. WFAA's Richard Solomon was there.
For several hours this afternoon, thousands of people marched through the streets of downtown Dallas for the Super Mega March organized by LULAC. The goal was to bring people together and stand up for immigration reform. I did speak with Domingo Garcia with the League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC. He believes this was the largest march in the country today with more than 15,000 people. They started at Cathedral Guadalupe in downtown, and they marched all the way to City Hall. Well, here we heard from state representatives and other activists. And I will have more on this story tonight for you coming up at 10. For now, in downtown Dallas, I'm Richard Solomon.
At another rally up in Plano, people spoke out against two bills currently being considered in the Texas House and Texas Senate. The DFW United Community Rally was put together by a group of Chinese American organizations. They are demonstrating against Senate Bill 17 and House Bill 17, which would restrict real estate purchases by foreign individuals and entities associated with countries like China, Iran, North Korea, Russia. These protesters say those bills are bad for business and target people based on their race.
Have you ever seen the magic glasses that can see clearly?
Okay, guys. Let me just go ahead and pull that one down. So we need to, I'm trying to bring up another one of Dallas. Then we're going to do Philly. We're going to do New York. I'm trying to get them up. I'm just looking at them first for a second. I think this is Dallas. Thousands of people. Yeah. Is that Dallas or is that, they said, okay. Yeah, this is Dallas. Okay. Okay. Y'all ready? Another Dallas for us? Let me do this and take this one down. Get rid of that. Okay, this is Dallas here as well. Okay. All right. This is Fox 4 Dallas Fort Worth. So Dallas Fort Worth, if anybody know Texas, Dallas Fort Worth. downtown Dallas hands-off protest. That's what this one is called. Okay, let me just make sure I put that in my description box. I always have to make sure everything is put in there. Here we go, guys.
Against President.
Right.
Protesters standing against President Trump and Elon Musk gathered for a peaceful rally today in downtown Dallas. It is part of the Hands Off rally, a nonviolent national day of action. Event organizers say they are marching, rallying, and protesting against the actions of both President Trump and Elon Musk. The goal is to, quote, build a movement against the looting of our country. One protester tells us the administration's actions are actually working against the people.
See recent stories of immigrants that are being sent to El Salvador that sit here and, aren't established with due process. We have people who are being abducted in the streets. These actions are unacceptable.
Dallas is not the only city where this is being held. Tens of thousands rallied across the nation. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has that part of the story for us.
Hands off! Hands off! Our science!
It's being billed as one of the largest single-day demonstrations against President Trump since he returned to office. Tens of thousands rallying across the nation as part of the hands-off movement, a call for action against the Trump administration and billionaire Elon Musk.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are trying to roll back 6 decades of civil rights progress.
Protesters say the country is facing a national crisis. Among the changes they condemn, DOJ's firing of thousands of federal workers, the closing of Social Security offices around the nation, the closing of entire agencies like the Department of Education, and the scaling back of protections for trans and LGBTQ plus communities.
If we are quiet, if elected officials are quiet, then we are complicit.
In the nation's capital, thousands also demonstrated in support of Palestine and called for the release of students and activists detained by ICE for being part of the pro-Palestinian movement.
Free, free Palestine! Free Palestine!
We will advance this fight until the bombs stop dropping on our people, until our students are free, and until every Palestinian returns to his rightful land.
President Trump is here in Florida for the weekend with no official events scheduled. But he continues to defend Elon Musk and his Doge cuts, despite the heavy criticism. Traveling with the president in West Palm Beach, Florida, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
Okay, guys. Thank you all for being patient while I get that one up. Okay. That was Fort Worth, Dallas. In Fort Worth, Dallas. Now we're going to go ahead and I did get one for this one. Here has been going on. This is live now from Fox. I want y'all to, I'm trying to get it up before he stops speaking. Because I want y'all to hear this. This is in DC, LA, and New York. Okay? I want to try to get it up before he stops speaking.
So as you all know,
Bring it back. Here it is.
my people, what side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on? My people, what side are you on? We on the freedom side.
Thank you so much for the Freedom Futures Collective.
FFC, we in the building.
Give it up for the Freedom Futures Collective and the Freedom Bops. That's amazing. Next up, we have one of our elected officials here in D.C., who's our shadow House representative. We have those in D.C. because we do not have the kind of rights that we need, and that's what we're here to hear about today. So thank you for being a part of this pre-program, and I can see our other shadow rep out there in the audience. Nice to see you. Next up, we have Oye Owolowo to speak to us about DC statehood. Give it up for Oye.
What's up, DC? Give it up for the past performances. Now, I'm so glad to be here to kick off the National Hands Off movement. Now, people come from around the world to see the monuments, the White House, Congress, but they leave seeing you guys. This is the real DC. Give it up for yourselves. So as you all know, my name is Dr. Oloi, and I'm the U.S. representative of Washington, D.C., where we fight for statehood and voting rights.
So he's a doctor.
Well, I want to give a shout out to you guys, the millions who come to enjoy D.C., the millions who come to work in D.C., the 700,000 who call D.C. home. Those among us that often live as second-class citizens until D.C. becomes a state. We pay taxes without representation. But statehood is not just representation. It's our way of life. Last year, in the previous administration, we had a criminal code revision that will restore the way we want to live that was struck down by the president and Congress. So the fight for DC statehood is not a Democrat thing. It's not a Republican thing. It's an American thing. But today, we are living in a much more stark reality. We got federal workers being laid off. We have council members and a mayor who are bullied into silence. We have a budget that's being underfunded. We cannot spend our own money. So we need people like you in DC and outside of DC to stand up for us. Now, we know what the president was going to do. He created Project 2025. But in my opinion, the power belongs to the people. So we need to create a Project 2026 plan. One that supports organized labor and pushes Congress to pass the PRO Act. One that fights for the LGBTQ plus community and pushes Congress to pass the Equality Act. One that restores life to DC residents and pass the DC Statehood Emissions Act. One that allows everybody in this audience to come to Capitol Hill on Monday and push Congress to restore our budget.
Time is running out. Snap your W.
They're really quiet on him. I mean, they're really quiet on him. I guess he's not entertaining the people as us. They're just quiet on him. But guys, we're gonna continue to watch. But I'm gonna still try to bring up others. Okay, just give me a second. And let's be mindful, guys, because Pinkie is being so good.
AB. So please don't just join me today. Join us on Monday to fight for our budget. Join us the day after to fight for DC statehood. To join us the day after that to create the America of tomorrow. So I'm honored to kick off our hands-off national protest here in the District of Columbia, because the District of Columbia is not the White House. It's not Congress. It is you guys. The 700,000 Americans that call DC home. The millions that come to work and play here. So God bless you all. God bless America. And God bless the soon-to-be 51st state, Washington, D.C. Thank you all.
Okay, here's a.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find that fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And we'll rise up, we'll rise like the day, we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. When the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. Take it to its feet and mountains. And we'll rise up, rise like the day. We'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. Rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are we gonna rise up? 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 For that we have each other. For that we have each other. We will rise. We will rise. We will rise. Rise up. Rise up. High like the waves. I'll rise up. In spite of the echoes, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
When I started drinking warm water to help me lose.
All right, we have reached the end of our DC specific program this morning. What did you all think about our amazing performers in DC? What do you all think about the talent we have in DC? I want to just close us out by just reminding us what is happening all around us in these buildings around us. We have people from Doge who are breaking into buildings. We have illegally broken contracts. that we have with workers. We have an attempt to go after our entire economy. We know the reality in DC. The reality is that violent crime is at a 30-year low in this community. That's amazing, but they are using this opportunity to have an unqualified U.S. attorney come here and threaten mass incarceration. They're threatening federal police presence. They're threatening to increase their arresting power. They're hurling insults at our children and at our DC public schools, saying that our schools are inmate factories. These are lies. And I think that it's so important for us to have this hour of pre-programming about DC so that we can tell everyone here who's visiting us for this day that these are lies. Race and crime are inextricably linked to DC's struggle for autonomy and have always been used by racist federal leaders as an excuse for preventing DC from governing ourselves. So we had this pre-program today so we could have you join us in saying no more. So I'm going to say hands off, and I want you to say DC. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Now I'm going to say free, and I want you to say DC. Free. Free. Now I'm going to say DC. I want you to say statehood. DC. 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 All right. Thank you so much for coming out to the pre-program. We're going to start the program in just a few minutes.
Oh, that's the pre-program. Okay. I understand that. Now they're going to start the program, guys. And let me see how long that's going to take. If not, then I'll go ahead and show. I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play that music until they can get started. We can go back and see what California is doing live right quick. Let's go over back into California for a moment. And I did pull up New York's from a rally from New York. And I did. It may take them a little while to get it kicked off with their speakers and everything. So until they do, I'll enjoy the pre. He's coming on, talking, but on a cell phone. But let me let y'all see what New York got going on. Okay. Australia. Okay. But let me show you New York. Oh, wait, my throat is scratchy. Give me a second. Okay. There's California again. You know, until in between, I do pull up California in between. Because, you know, California is still behind us. It's getting darker in California. Still getting dark in California, guys. Here's California. I'll just let that play.
I know it's a dark time, but we will make it. And we'll win again.
They're kind of low, the volume. Can y'all hear that good?
We have to stay just like we are right
Can y'all hear that good? Put a 1 in the chat, somebody, if you can hear good. If not, that's fine.
You have to carry that energy with you, keep it bottled up. And think back to how miserable you felt when you came along in 2016. Then think about how bad you felt when you saw what happened on January 6th. Think about how bad you felt.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
And keep this energy right here.
I like how they put that on that building. You see behind them?
And he's never going to. He made a mockery out of my culture, and when this town was burned to the ground, what did he do? He played politics with it. He decided to pick on your governor. He decided to come up with nicknames, and that might appeal to some people.
Ooh, is that a balloon floaty? Y'all see that big floaty? In it? He got on a uniform.
they were protesting back then. People have been protesting, and we're going to have to continue to protest. So that's what I really want to drive home, is that this kind of energy that you have right here tonight is what you're going to have to keep from now on. And you're going to have to hand it down to your kids, too. Because there's one thing we've always done. I've been guilty of saying this, I'm like, well, the kids will say this. No, we have to say this. We say ourselves. We can't depend on one politician. We can't depend on the Democratic Party. We have to depend on ourselves. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm glad to be here all the way from Tennessee. But I want you to know that I love you, and I'll always have your back. We're all about blue states and red states for the United States. And fuck our country. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Make some noise.
Let me see. I don't like playing the music. No, that's not music. That's just horns and drums.
When we fight, we unite, we. All right, when reproductive rights are under attack, what do? When women rights are under attack, what do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do? What do? All right, the next speaker is going to come and bless you with phenomenal words. Get ready. All right, the next voice you hear is going to be the wonderful, the talented Jessica Denson. Make some noise.
Amazing crowd. What an amazing crowd. I've done this with a few dozen people in the bitter cold, so it feels pretty damn nice to be out here with you right now. My name is Jessica Denson. Another lifetime I supported Donald Trump. Another lifetime. By the grace of God, I never voted for the man. But I have come clean, come to my senses, and back in January, grassroots organization I formed with my show Lights On, went to DC to protest the certification of this illegal presidency. We are dealing with an illegal president.
Well, they got another. Well, that's not a new name for him. The illegal president.
This is like the
That's not new.
conversation to have. Every subsequent constitutional right that's being violated right now could be stopped if we address the threshold constitutional violation that led this man in office in the first place.
I be wanting to see the person speaking too. Show us their face. Show us who's speaking, and then go back out to the crowd, back and forth. I want for the face to the voice to the face, whatever you call it.
To uphold and defend this country from enemies, foreign and domestic, should be used now to remove him from power. What are we waiting for, Los Angeles? Are we willing to wait while this man destroys our democracy? Are we willing to go through 2 or 4 more years of this assault, this blatant theft of our country and our Constitution and our rights? I'm not willing to wait. And that's why
Okay, guys.
every single time
In the
I
next
see somebody from the Democratic Party who believe me,
10 minutes, we're going to watch the last 10 minutes of it. And let me bring up another one for the last 10 minutes because I do need to get back into bed. My husband already came through to check on me to make sure I'm still doing good. Let me see.
Black lives, we matter here. When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Okay, I have a short one for us for Philadelphia. Okay, trying to find some short ones. This is a short one for Philadelphia. We can always come back to California again. Y'all know how I always do. California, we come back to them because they're still casting live. So, so let me bring up the one from Philadelphia for us. Just give me a second. And this is CBS Philadelphia. And that information will be down in my description box below the video, guys.
Now at 6, voicing their concerns, thousands in Philadelphia and many other places rally to protest against the president and his policies. Good evening. I'm Aziza Schuler. The rallies happened this afternoon in Boston, Washington, Atlanta, even Paris. More than 1,200 hands-off demonstrations were planned by more than 150 groups, including civil rights organizations, labor unions, and election activists. Here in Philly, crowds marched from City Hall to Independence Mall. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Ray Strickland was there.
That was among the many chants at an anti-Trump demonstration in Center City. Hundreds of people marching, shutting down a section of Market Street, voicing their concerns about the Trump administration and also Elon Musk. Protesters marched from City Hall to Independence Mall in Old City.
An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us.
Opponents of the administration say cuts to the Department of Education, firing of federal workers, and its mass deportation plan are among the many reasons they decided to attend.
From everything to people's rights, to transgender, to trying to get rid of unions, to get rid of Medicare.
Every issue from taking away people's Social Security or threatening to do so, Medicare.
CBS News Philadelphia reached out to the White House for a comment on the protest and have yet to hear back. But in previous statements, the Trump administration has defended its decision, saying the administration's plans and actions will benefit the country. Philly native Craig Brown says he felt compelled to attend the demonstration. As a teen, Brown says he protested segregated schools in Alabama, and now he believes he's protesting for the future of his grandchildren.
We are fighting literally for democracy.
Protesters say the fact that this protest is happening in much of the country right now says a lot about how many Americans feel about this current administration. They're hoping that their voices are not only heard, but be powerful enough to make a difference.
Every state, from deep red Alabama to blue and blue Philadelphia, there's an issue that matters to everyone.
And protesters say they won't stay silent and will continue to speak up. In Philadelphia, Ray Strickland, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Thank you, Ray. And President Trump defended his tariff policy while taking aim at China. In a Truth Social post today, he wrote in part, quote, "We are bringing back jobs and businesses like never before, already more than $5 trillion of investment and rising fast. This is an economic revolution and we will win. Hang tough."
Monica was shocked when she...
I don't agree with what he just said, because it sounds like a... Okay, but anyway, guys, I've been on for 2 hours and 25 minutes. I didn't think I was going to be on at all today. I've been trying to, get well, heal up, but I'm here. I'll tell y'all more about what happened Some of y'all know, but I'll tell y'all a little more another day. Not today. Okay. Uh, Thank you guys. I was going to put one more on, but it's 2 hours and 26 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let it end from here so I can go get into bed. Um, and I do want to say thank you for everybody that was here and everything. And thank you all for hitting the like button. For the ones that did hit the like button, thank you. Anybody that did subscribe to the channel, I always want to thank you all for doing that. And remember, I was trying to get Pink Global monetized for my birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. April 6th is my birthday, guys. Thank you, Miss Pinkie. Thank you, Lisa. My degree is real. That man rigged the election. You probably right about that. Yes. Wishing you a wonderful birthday tomorrow. Love you and happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and be going because I didn't think I was going to be able to sit up this long, but I am. I'm sitting up in this chair. I cannot believe it. But anyway, thank you, guys. We're going to go ahead and let it rock for tonight. Y'all get y'all some good rest, sleep tight, and hang in there. All right? And I'm going to go ahead and can't play what I normally would play. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm just going to do this one. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.
Home, will you please come home? Will you please come home? Will you please come home?